So, Jeffrey, I've sent you an email here. This one. No, it's not this one. Sorry, where is it? Yes, the last one. It's this one with an attachment. Open it, and what we've got to do is implement it in another page here under insurance at the bottom here of this list. You make it as another page of sample consent form 2018, for example. Okay, just put sample consent form 2018 and put the same disclaimer that we've got here. It's very, very important. These disclaimers are very, very important. So sample consent forms, yes, medical history. Click it. Oh yes, and another thing that we've been asked by our customers, so answers is aftercare, medical history, aftercare recommendation. Yeah. The other thing that we've been asked by our customers is that we give them a link where they can download the Word format of this text. Okay. Now, I sent you this thing, so all you have to do is just copy and paste this thing that I've sent you by email. Copy and paste. First of all, read it. See if you find any mistakes and correct them. Don't need to change it in a major way. Just if you find any mistakes, change and put it in the HTML format in this way or something better. I mean, you should be able to do something better than this. It's something I've done a long time ago. But also, what we're trying to do, Jeffrey, is to say, for example, here we've got client name, email address, mobile phone number, and date. If we can, I mean, I've already started this job, but I didn't actually finish it. I managed to find a way to get an electronic consent forms where they go on the website and then they put their name, email address, phone number, mobile phone number, date. Then they instead of here have it, you can make a tick box, and they've got to be mandatories and so on. Okay, don't need to have a signature and date because you can get tick boxes here, and then an electronic signature and so on. So it is important that you find a way to get an electronic signature of the consent form that we're going to use on the or during the treatment in South Africa, and you have to work in order to implement it on the beautytech.com website. That is very important because then it's going to make it paperless for us, and also we're working in order to use this consent form for our clients to use. So what we can do is if we find an efficient way to get it on our voltaicplasma.com website or the BeautyTech website. I think the voltaicplasma.com website is better. A way, you just please work out a way in order to get a sample consent form where as general as possible for the client. So the point is that we're trying to make this consent form electronically signed as a free service to anyone in the world. So if they're doing a plasma treatment they don't want to deal with consent forms and paperwork, they can actually go on the voltaicplasma.com website. The clinic puts their their names and their address and telephone numbers. So we've got to design in a way so the clinic puts their contact details, then they send on the consent form. So we're maybe gonna find, I don't know, say clinic on the right, so they can fill it in the box, and then they automatically send it to their their patients or to their clients before they come to the clinic. The clients sign it, and then they go to the clinic and do the treatments. So this is very important, because this is going to it's very important that we find a way that is completely automated, as people can use effectively and efficiently, and we don't need to actually put any work on anymore, any manual work. So it is a priority right now for you to drop anything you're doing in terms of presentations at the moment, and focus on doing these tasks about the consent form. Remember about the automation again, and I'm going to recap in a second. Then the other task is, and then please listen carefully. If you're not sure, I'll repeat myself. I'll call you even if required. After they do the treatments, we've got to find an automated way to send them emails and text messages every day, asking them to send their ask them to send us their pictures of the healing progression. It's got to be completely automated, and that's very, very important, that the automation. You've got to work on the automation, and you've got to sort it out by very shortly, before I go to South Africa. I'll explain why. Is because then we can collect all these. If this works and many people are using it, then we can collect all these pictures and so on, all this data, and hopefully publish it online, and hopefully publish it online and build case studies on it. So, which is extremely important. So we've got to design something that is quite automated. So once again, I'll just recap. Now, in the consent forms here, we've got 3 pages: aftercare recommendations, consent form, and medical history. Make sure that in these 3 pages, in these 3 pages, don't change the text of them. On one of the page already, there is the possibility to download the Word document. Make sure that you copy and paste in the other 2 pages. I think it's medical history, I can't remember. So this consent form is not possible. So make a link to download the Word document. Sample consent form, medical history, yes, that you can download it. And the aftercare recommendation, you cannot download it. Just make it for the aftercare recommendation as a possibility to download the Word document. So copy and paste, put a Word document downloadable here. Say download the Word document as I've done before. That's very important. So this is the number 1 task. Number 2 task, I've sent you this email with this document. Implement it on a new page, which is going to be at the bottom here, at the very bottom, after the free treatment consent form, and implement in a similar way, putting a nice picture at the beginning, putting the disclaimer, and putting the Word document on a web page of the sort. And also do the Word document download feature. So all you have to do basically is copy paste. Read this Word document I sent you, copy paste, make sure the formatting is nice enough, and then put place a nice thing, a nice picture there at the beginning, and off you go. So people can actually use this work as well if they want to use it. Then third thing, I'll design a I'll have to think and design a consent form that's quite general. But if we take this sample consent form, for instance, then you have to find a digital and electronic way for say for example here on the right we get, for example, you just find a way, the practitioner details. So the practitioner is going to say company name, their email address, WhatsApp number, mobile number, whatever. We'll find the fields. We'll talk about the fields. You'll tell me what options we've got, and then they will send electronically by email to their clients the consent form with their details. And automatically, if there's something in the consent form that refers to them, the consent form automatically changes, say for example, instead of the aesthetic practitioner putting their own name, for example, this sort of thing. It's very important that we do it right. And then the client is going to receive it. It's going to put their email address, again, the email address they may have it because it's already, the practitioner has it, their contact number and WhatsApp number, whatever, and dates, and goes on and signs it. And then we get a copy of it, Areton gets a copy of it, the practitioner gets a copy of it, all automated. And then and then we've got to find a way to be notified when the practitioner has to notify electronically if they want to get this service of receiving the pictures, us actually sending their customer emails, automated emails, asking them for the pictures daily at actually reminders to send their pictures to us and the aesthetic practitioner, so that they are actually going to find, basically they're using WhatsApp. We're going to, WhatsApp or other means or emails, we'll think about a way, they're actually sent either to our server or something of the sort. I don't know how, you'll work out a way, maybe to our server directly, using a form or something online or our website, uploading their own pictures and submitting it. And then automatically these pictures, this is only an idea, automatically these pictures then are going to be forwarded on, we have them, and are going to be forwarded to the practitioner instantly, so they can actually receive them on an email or something. So we have them, we have it on our archives, we have the contact details, the contact name and everything, and the practitioners has it as well. Yeah, so that's something that we've got to actually get sorted out really quickly. So drop everything else you're doing in terms of these presentations and get focused on this, because it's extremely important. If you're not sure, because it's a lot that you've got to do. The first part is quite easy, it's pretty much copy and paste, you know how to do it. But the automated part requires a bit of thinking, a bit of thought, and a bit of changing things and creativity. We've got to get it done really, really quickly, because we've got loads of things to get ready before I go to South Africa, and all this has got to be ready before I go to South Africa. So you've got basically, once again, we've got to work out a way for us to provide a free service to our customers, especially through voltaicplasma.com, where there is a consent form which we can design very easily. We've got already all the knowledge that we require. We can design really easily. It's quite general, and the practitioner puts their contact name, whatever, contact name, email address, WhatsApp number, mobile number, whatever, business name and so on, then sends the consent form electronically by email to the patient, customer, whatever you want to call it. They sign electronically, they put their contact details that are missing, like phone number and WhatsApp number, whatever. And actually, yes, this is the idea. And then after the way we can actually do it is that the practitioner has to upload the video, the treatment of the video. That is how we're going to do it. I got it. It has to upload the treatment of the video, the video of the treatment, or something of the sort. Actually, I have to think through it. Onto a server through a web page on voltaicplasma.com, very likely. As soon as it's done it, and it has to put the date of the treatment and the hour and time, as soon as it's done it, and put obviously the email address of the customer and his email address. So automatically at that point we have this service where we're gonna send automated emails every day, reminders to say, well, look, dear customer, this is the first day after your treatment, please send us the pictures today of the treated area. Boom. And then the second day, please, this is the second day of the treatment, with some advice and all that, some other tips and so on. So it's going to be valuable. We're going to design that really well. I can actually think about something. So the second day we're going to get, look, this is the second day of the treatment. After treatment, please send us the pictures. By the way, the second day is usually this, and this, and that. So some standard text, which I know how to write, so I can write that. So this is a very good service that we can actually provide free of charge. When you work out really quickly the way to do it electronically, we can buy plugins. We can actually invest in this a little bit. It's not a problem because people, I'm sure, are going to use it. If we manage to use it, to make people use it, then we're going to really speed up our process really well. We're going to automate many things. And then also, by the way, if they use this thing, then everyone, I mean, we're going to be authorized. We're going to get the right tick boxes to be authorized to use all this material online for studies and everything else. So we're going to think about the legality of it. Going to think long and hard. But basically, the point is to create a free of charge service, for anyone in the world that uses these devices for aesthetic purposes, free of charge completely. And in exchange, what we're going to get is all this information all the time. So they're going to get all this automated process that we know how to make. So we're going to, the customers benefits from these reminders. The practitioner benefits from knowing what's going on with the customer. The customer knows that there's people looking at what's going on, so they're going to be reassured. And actually, if somebody says something, very likely they're going to pick up and going to give these guys a call. So there's actually a real advantage. And then, if they actually do it, we're going to provide the free of charge. In exchange, what we want to have the rights of the videos and everything else. So that is actually going to, if we can get people. So the point is to make it work automated really well, completely automated really well. So all the people have to do is very easily put some contact details, just click a few buttons, bang, very quickly. They don't need to worry about consent forms, keep the consent forms in there with them, or anything, because what we're going to do with the signature, the signed consent forms go directly on an email to the practitioner, so they have paper. They've got loads of advantages. They've got paperless things and so on, which is going to be absolutely beautiful. And then all in exchange, what we're going to do, we're going to get all this raw material, which is going to be, and we're going to have the consent to use it for marketing and research purposes. So it's going to be absolutely beautiful, and it's going to be a huge advantage to the practitioner, because they don't need to worry about keeping all this paperwork, because it's going to be sent directly to their email address. And I mean, by doing it electronically and automating it, then we're going to resolve so many problems. So the practitioner is going to stop worrying about the consent forms, because we're going to get the best consent form there is. Not worrying about keeping the paperwork, because they're going to have the electronic thing sent directly to their email address. We're going to make some investment in order to automate it. Using certain plugins, I'm sure it's quite cheap to get it done, and you're going to find a way to get it done. In exchange, the client is going to know that somebody's looking at their pictures every day, so the healing progression is very much looked for, and they're going to receive tips every day about what's going on with their normally the way should they actually look and so on. I can actually create all that, and then so the practitioner is going to get extra peace of mind, because it's actually following what's going on. We get to use the practitioner's video footage and the prediction, and the healing progression footage, so we can actually continuously, even without me going out, we can continuously build these case studies, which is going to be absolutely beautiful. So get this thing done, especially the last part. The last part is extremely important. It's something I've been thinking for long and hard now. You're here, focus on these things. So drop everything else you're doing, focus on these things here and now.